So even after all of the feedback given, everybody online claiming that they don't want pay-to-win elements like the mobile game and the PC game, and after all of the, we're listening to your feedback and we really care about all PR bullshit aside, they sat down the lead game designer and reacted to this clip of mine. It kind of sounds like you're going to be able to buy in-game currency with real money, which I think it's a dumb strategy to monetize a game. I think you already have the battle passes. You already have the extra warehouse space, the safes, personalized appearances, melee weapons. I think those are all great things to monetize with. Why do we need to be able to buy in-game currency in a game where the economy means everything?
I've actually seen this video. I can understand his and the community's concerns. Yeah, our principle is that money should not affect the fairness of raids. Yeah, but...
You sure about that? You sure about that?
But...
And still, the game launches on their website, not on Steam, probably to bypass the negative review bomb that is inevitably coming to this game, because you can buy in-game currency with real money like we suspected.
Oh my god. Can you believe it? It's another Eastern developer that made a game pay to win. I can't fucking believe it. How do they keep getting away with it? I can't believe it. Hey, you believe they did this shit again? It's on a discount? Of course it is. Yeah, absolutely. You're getting a good deal.
They took the mobile monetization and brought it to PC and thought everybody would be happy with it, even though since announcing that the game is coming to PC, every single person has said they don't want monetization like the mobile game in this game. You have to figure out a different economy for this game on PC. And did the developers listen? Fuck no.
Well, they did listen. They heard it. They just said no. I'm sure they seen the feedback. Yeah, they probably were like, yeah, a lot of people don't like this. Yep. All right, well, let's put it in.
They did not.
Yeah, they clearly
Even after
saw
claiming that they don't want one player to get a significant advantage over another, they did it anyway. And the crazy thing about this entire situation, I feel like I'm in an episode of the fucking Twilight Zone. There are so many people on social media defending the use of microtransactions like
they're dick eaters. What are you surprised? You surprised that there's an army of dick eaters? Like, yeah. Well, it's not a surprise to anybody. What do you mean?
If gamers want to spend money on gear and then they go in and just get one-tapped by me, Chadley McGee, sitting in a bush, then albeit, let them do it. Completely missing the point that you have to work and earn and work towards that gear and those weapons and the bullets and the ammo, the armor, all of that stuff that you have. This person can enter the raid with the exact same loot as you, and they just paid for it. Well, if they want to give up their loot, yeah, but the point is nothing that you have matters, because somebody can just swipe a credit card and pay for it. Like,
here's the problem this guy has. You're never going to convince these people, because these are normie gamers that are used to paying $20 for a shot at a club. In their mind, this is normal. Like, they still have cable television. These people are professional dick eaters. That's why game companies have tried so hard to bring them into the community. That's why they've tried so much to try to get these kinds of people to bring them into the gaming community. He doesn't explain everything because the game is a way to make sure someone with good kits don't go against people with bad kits. Well, that doesn't really matter though, right? I mean, it's very simple. If somebody can buy an advantage in a game, then the game's pay to win. It's that simple. If the game's PvP, it's like 5 times worse.
Do not realize how fucking dumb the argument is that you would be willing to let people purchase gear with real money. I mean, you got to purchase the coin,
that's right,
the in-game coins to then purchase the gear. There's one step there.
Remember, guys, I actually made a chart for this. We'll have to refer back to the chart. Okay. Yes, that's right. In case anybody's forgotten, this is the way it works. This is the best one. Yeah, it's totally different, guys. Completely different.
But dude, the mental gymnastics that the online community is going in, and granted, there are a lot of people pushing back. Their Discord was on fire this morning. The Reddit is
yeah, it's on fire. The people are Chinese or Korean. They can't even read it. Like, they're like, what are those white people mad about now? I can't even read it. I can't fucking read it. They don't even know what happens. Like, some assistant tells them they really don't like the fact that it's pay to win. They're like, yeah, they never like that, but they buy it anyway.
Also,
I guarantee you that's what they're telling each other in the studio.
An absorbent amount of people just defend it. And I don't know if that's like a play for you to try to like rub the feet of the developers, maybe suck the teat a little bit. Maybe they'll give you a special treatment. I don't know what it is, but
let me explain why. It's because people have already invested a piece of their personality or their time or their energy into the game. And so because they've already invested into the game, they don't want to put themselves in a position where their investment wasn't worthwhile. So they're not going to admit that the game is bad or there's something wrong with the game, because that would make them stupid. You see what I'm saying? And they might have already spent the money. Yeah, well, now are they stupid? I don't know.
Able to ingest real money into the economy like this, where gear, armor, weapon, and just gear in general just means so much. It blows my fucking mind that they thought this was a good idea.
That's the reason why they're doing it. Gear and armor matters so much. That's why they're making it to where you can buy it, because more people will buy it if it matters more.
My last video on mobile, it doesn't matter, because mobile gamers, if you're a true mobile gamer, you are bred to be okay with just insanely terrible monetization models. But on the PC landscape, it's a lot different. Or at least I'm hoping that we can fight back enough to make sure that we are different. And the general argument is like, well, if you pay...
They might claw back a couple of the features, but the truth is that the PC marketplace being different isn't really true that much anymore. Like, look at something like the First Descendant. The First Descendant has obvious pay-to-win features. Now, you can get them by playing the game, but you can get them faster by spending money. The truth is that even PC gamers have become acclimated to pay-to-win. Look at Lost Ark.
Money, that doesn't necessarily mean that you win the game. You have to still have the skill. It doesn't fucking matter. If you can pay money, you can get gear quicker than somebody who has to earn it in game, who has to go through the trials and the tribulations. If you have better armor, better
have
ammo,
an advantage
better
that
weapons,
they don't have.
right off rip, compared to little Timmy, who just grabbed the credit card that his mom just did a line of blow on to go spend a bunch of money on Cohen's to then just buy the gear that you have. It literally breaks the entire ecosystem. Yes, you can kill one of these players who has a bunch of purchased armor, weapons, and gear, and you can.
Well, this is the free-to-play cope. The free-to-play cope is that if I grind 13 hours a day and play this game nonstop like it's my fucking job, I can beat somebody who is a light spender, which makes me better than them. Meanwhile, it's like some stockbroker that drops $1,000 on the game, and then you kill them, and they're like, oops, okay, well, I guess I'll buy another one. And they don't even think about it. Meanwhile, you're investing your entire life and identity into being able to beat these people. They don't even know that. They don't even care. Self-inflicted humiliation,
you can take it for yourself. But the advantage comes from two equally skilled players going in, one spending hours to grind up, go through the raids to earn the gear versus somebody who can come in, swipe the credit card, and they just have the gear already.
Absolutely.
If you don't see how that is pay to win, or if you want to mentally fucking bend over backwards and eat your own asshole and say that it's pay to progress or pay for advantage or whatever the fuck, regardless, it is complete horseshit. And the thing is I called it. I made this video like a month ago where I said, like, the game is great. And keep in mind, my opinion hasn't changed on that. The game is fucking awesome. There's so many good things about it. I had a blast playing it today. But the entire time I streamed it, the chat was just up in arms about the pay to win. That's all the focus was on, was this.
But the thing is, this is the problem, is that people clearly don't make decisions based off of if a game is pay to win or not. Like, the idea that you need to make a game non-pay to win or people won't play it, I think this is not true. People will play pay to win games. So, like, the idea that you can't do that, not anymore. Unfortunately, not anymore. People don't care. Like, you're going to have chatters that come into Twitch chat, and these are people that are mad because they want to express how mad they are. But the truth is that they're like such a tiny minority that if you're developing a game, why would you make content for them? Zenless Zone Zero made $100 million in 1 month. Yep, that's right.
Games pay to win. How are you enjoying buying currency with real money? Nothing you're doing is mad. It was just a negative cesspool of gamers pissed off at the like, why did you guys ask for feedback at all? Why did you reach out? Why do you have a content creator Discord where literally like a month ago I said in private,
and Zenless Zone Zero is not pay to win? It absolutely is pay to win. It's a mobile game. It's pay to win.
Directly to the developers that this isn't the way to go. We've done sponsored deals where like I'm so conflicted because I'm excited for the game.
Yeah.
I know that there is a game there that a lot of people would like. And if you go with this route, it's just not a game that like I want to hang my hat on, even though I really desperately want to. You might have a bunch of these fucking idiots that just back it and spend the money and do whatever else, but it's not where I want to be. And like another argument,
and this is always what will happen with content creators, is that like video games oftentimes diverge from what a content creator would want the game to be. But the truth is that if the audience is there for a game and people want to watch the game, you will have content creators that will just come up with a reason why it's okay for them to play the game anyway. Because a content creator really is just somebody who's going to make money streaming the game. That's what really matters the most. But why can't a dad who has little time go out and grind, not get the best gear, and enjoy the game if he wants? So like, and this is a problem that a lot of people that are like pay to win defenders, like kind of, it's like a mental trap that they fall into. I'm going to be the bad guy here, but why can't a dad who has little time to play and can't grind out the best gear, enjoy the game if he wants to spend a little bit of money, as long as he doesn't get better gear than you can gear and grind out? So the reason why like you're wrong is because nobody decided that, like, who decided that the only way to get gear is to either spend money or grind it out? The fundamental rules of this game are defined by the developer. So this is a dichotomy that the developer has created in your mind. It's not something that actually exists. There's no reason why, if a dad who has little time to play, why not make it easier to grind for? Why not make there another way to get it that doesn't have to do with money? Like, why is it that the only two alternatives are you have to grind all day or spend real money? Why is this dichotomy existing? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because it's beneficial for the developer. So, like, they trick you into this, like, this binary thinking, but you have to understand that they created the system that makes you think in the binary. And the system is created with the purpose of making you think inside of that binary. Do you understand how that happens? They have created this problem. Yeah, the developer, exactly. They created the problem to sell you the solution. So this dad wouldn't have had this problem in 2001 because the game would have been designed differently. But the game is designed in a way that makes him feel like he has to do this, which is what the problem is.
Like, well, it's a free-to-play game. How do you expect him to make money? There's a million different ways to make money in a game like this. spending real money on currency isn't one that I think is the best route to go, because it just ruins everything about this game. Like, you're going in to earn gear.
Yeah.
The gear fear is no longer there because you can just swipe at the end of it. Yeah, fucking just put in put in the security code and you're good to go. I got a helmet, got a chest rig. Like, who gives a fuck? None of it matters.
He's right.
For as creator-centric as you guys were going, you could talk to a bunch of creators and have weapon charms where, let's say you guys wanted to buy a Big Fry weapon charm. Let's say it's $3 or $4. Content creator gets a split, developers get the split, and all it is a logo on a weapon fucking key ring that you can put on your weapon. You could have things like weapons.
Yeah, but are people going to buy an M249, or are they going to buy a keychain more? I think more people are going to buy the M429. So guess what? That's what they're going to sell.
Skins. You could have things like skins for cosmetics.
Both? Yeah, they should do
And
both.
as long as you appease the crowd that hates the Fortnite level skins that we see in shit like Call of Duty, keep them realistic, digital camos, everything else. Dude, you could even have like custom patches where, again, content creators, it just requires a little bit of creativity to actually figure out a good way to monetize the game, bring in the community.
Here's the reality. People spend more money when a game is pay to win, because paying to win has a higher value proposition than having a keychain. Obviously. What are we even talking about? That's why they're doing it. Duh.
You say you care so desperately about, but you just didn't. And like I said, man, I'm throwing my hands up. Like, if people want this and like they're defending it, dude, I had a stream today where so many people in my chat were just like mentally bending over backwards to justify why this is a good thing for the game. And it blows my mind that after 11 years of doing content and talking about this kind of shit on YouTube,
I feel bad for this guy because he's in like stage 2 or 3. And he hasn't accepted the fact that people have resigned themselves to becoming dick eaters. I do. I really feel bad for him because he doesn't realize that we live in a world of dick eaters. And we have ever since Genshin Impact got popular. I think that was the real breaking point. It was Genshin Impact. And now it's normalized this type of behavior, and every game has it.
We're just at the point where people accept anything. I haven't even talked about the fact that the Gamma container is on a subscription fee every 30 days.
Naturally.
Because that, to me, isn't even as egregious as something like just being able to funnel money into in-game currency. This is where we're at. I don't care if a game is free to play. I don't really care if a game is that good. And the thing is, like, I even all of this said, I still want to play it because the game.
And that's why they're doing it. Because it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, adding in pay-to-win features doesn't make people stop playing the game. You think it does, but it doesn't. And that's the issue. And so people talk and they complain and they're in Twitch chat. I can't believe that you would do this. Why would you ever fucking put this in the game? The greedy fucks. I thought you cared about us. And they're okay, let me tab back into my game. They're playing the game at the same time that they're writing a post about how much they hate the game. It's because gamers have no self-control.
Is that fun? I really genuinely
enjoy
about
Genshin
it. But holy
being paid to win?
Shit.
Okay.
Do you guys have to do a 180? Because once this game launches on Steam, whenever that's going to be, the review bombing is going to be insane if you don't correct course now. But here's the thing. Who am I even talking to? I'm talking to my community, people who don't want to put up with this bullshit. I'm not talking to the devs because clearly
acceptance.
They haven't listened to the warning signs that every creator has put in private, in public, in videos, on Twitter, just anywhere. We have been talking about it and saying that it's a bad idea for months, and you guys don't give a shit. So, yeah, Arena Breakout is incredibly pay to win like we thought it was going to be. I figured with all of the anger and all of the outrage of, like, you know, people talking about the situation and like trying to get through to the developers, maybe they'll do something different. And they just didn't. While at the same time using videos like mine as a promotional tool. They sit the game designer down and he responds to it and reacts to it in a very like what you'd consider a genuine way, where he says he doesn't want to break. No, we're not, guys. We're not doing it. No pay to win, no nothing. But like the mental gymnastics to say that it's not pay to win, it's just like pay for convenience, blah, 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 fucking blah. It's bullshit. And here's the thing, Delta Force, which is another game that is just hot on YouTube and another game that I've been really enjoying playing, they're now coming out and saying that they're not going to be pay to win, and they're focused on making sure microtransactions
That sucks, man. Bro, this dude is down bad. This sucks. I feel bad for this guy. I disagree with the pay-to-win features, but I can still play the game and not spend money on it. Just because you can play the game without using pay-to-win features doesn't mean that they don't exist. Like, that doesn't matter. It still exists in the game.
are good and balanced, even though Arena Breakout said the same thing. So now we're seeing what's happening with Arena Breakout. We're seeing how much people are pissed off about it. And we're looking at these other games that are coming from the East, China, and they're saying the same things that Arena Breakout's saying.
Of course.
So now it's kind of like we're gonna fucking wait and see, but we hope you look over the fence and realize just how people are pissed off and how much they hate this. And maybe
they do look over the fence. They look over the fence and they see the people that are playing the game, and they see that the people that are playing the game don't actually make decisions based off of this. This is like a really important thing that, like, as a streamer, there's a lot of parallels to this, is that in a lot of cases, there's like an outspoken minority of people that are against something. Like, you would assume that if you read Reddit or you looked at Twitter, that React content was something that nobody should do because nobody likes it. But the truth is that for most content creators, it's their most popular content. And the reason why is because a lot of the people that watch something and they're outspoken about how much they don't like it, those people are not the majority. They're not the amount of people that are there. And so, like, yeah, it's true, exactly. And so, like, you can see a lot of examples of this where, like, people will tell streamers, oh, well, we'll watch you play anything, and then they don't. Like, you should never listen to what an audience says. You should always listen to what they do. Now, it's important to listen to what they're saying, of course, but it's never more important than the actual thing that's happening.
You'll take some notes and realize that this isn't the way forward if you want to get through in the West.
Yeah.
And I really genuinely hope that if you play Arena Breakout Infinite, do not spend a single fucking dollar.
See, this is the problem that a lot of people don't really seem to understand, is that when you don't participate in pay-to-win features for a game, you still exist inside of the ecosystem that keeps them alive. So when you get killed by somebody who has pay-to-win armor, or they kill you, or, they kill somebody that you know, they still, like, just because you're not a whale doesn't mean that you don't exist in the ocean. And by you existing in the ocean, you create an ecosystem for the whales to exist. So the only way to truly not do this is to not play the game. Playing the game free to play is just like basically saying, I'm going to have a chastity cage on all the time, and I'm going to wear it like a badge of honor. The truth is that if you want to protest against this kind of stuff, the only thing that you can actually do is just simply not play the game. That's the only thing that you can do. You can't, Reddit posts don't matter. A Steam negative review is just like, they don't really care about that. Like, yeah, it'll make the game look bad and maybe some people won't play the game, but the advantage to playing it is still much higher. If you don't pay money, you don't get fun. Yeah, no, that's it. Gamers love to assume that no one will take microtransactions and it's only Asians. The reality is that it's everywhere. People have no self-control and companies know it. This helps them gain exorbitant profits. Honestly, where do I sign up to own 10-cent stock? Yeah, for real. But at the same time, someone will always outspend you. You'll never be number one. Yeah, and if you are, you're only the biggest loser, right? Like being number one in a pay-to-win game is just being the biggest loser.
That game, unless it's for something cosmetic,
yeah,
and
like,
you
let's
want
be
to
honest.
support the devs that way. But like paying for currency to buy gear with was something that the old EA CEO came up with back in the Battlefield 3 days. Do you guys remember
They got
how
rid of him
we
too.
roasted John Riccitiello back in the day for saying that eventually he wants games to be able to offer bullets for money? You could pay per bullet in your magazine. Every time you reload, it costs you money. Guys, we're almost there. Because now you can buy in-game currency to buy ammo off of the flea market auction house within this game.
That's right.
We're almost there. Give it like 4 years. And that's just, it's just...
He's right.
It's so frustrating. You can mentally gymnastic your way into the comments and tell me 100 reasons why this is a good thing. I had somebody send me a 20 fucking paragraph email today once I banned him from my chat, where he basically said that, well, real life is pay to win. You know, guys in the West they like this idea of fair, but this isn't something that, you know, happens worldwide. Other countries really are more okay. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Some dickhead in Nebraska can buy a Lamborghini on his 18th birthday because his dad owns a fucking investment portfolio worth multi-millions. I don't care. Yes, real life is pay to win. Yes, that is how it works. That doesn't mean we need to accept it in entertainment. Anyways,
well, I feel so bad for this guy. I really do. This is so sad. Because I feel the exact same way. It's just that I've accepted that I am just simply not the majority. It's the same way with gambling, right? What he says is true. Yeah, the dude just wants to play good games. I know. He just wants to play good games. He just doesn't want to have a game be pay to win. And I get that. I feel the same way. Yeah, first time, eh? Yeah, exactly. Like, this is, he's probably a young guy and he hasn't gone through this with like his favorite game, you know, or his favorite 3 games or something like that. But yeah, gamblers are a retarded majority. They are. And the reality is that the reason why people play video games is to avoid real life. They play the games because they know that real life is pay to win. Why do you think they're in the game? That's the whole point.
Know your guys' thoughts down below. I actually really fuck with the game itself, but this is just such a huge point of contention for me. They said they weren't going to do anything that would give players an advantage, and they did anyway. So either they don't understand
there's a false equivalency that game developers have kind of created, which is if you can buy something that somebody else can earn, that it's not pay to win because you don't have an advantage. It's just that you can get it faster than somebody else. And so that has allowed people to like mentally gymnastic themselves into the idea that it's okay to do.
Language, or they don't give a fuck. Let me know what you think down below. Leave a like on the video and subscribe for more content just like this. I love Arena Breakout Infinite. I can't fucking stand what they just did today. My name is Big Fry. Thank you guys for watching.
Yep.
And I'll see you on the next one.
It's sad, man. I really feel bad for this guy. I'm gonna link the video. I think that he's right about everything. You know, he really is. He's right about everything, and it doesn't matter. And I don't think the developers care. The problem's right there. He likes the game despite the major flaws. Yep, there you go. And the naked, I mean, it's just Deadlock. You said to remember you. Yeah. I'll talk about the Deadlock stuff. But let me see here. You pay to win to send messages in world chat? Well, I'm not surprised. The 2020s were in the gaming era where you can bypass the core gameplay loop with your wallet because nobody wants to actually play games anymore. They heard your concerns. They just don't give a fuck. Real life is pay to win is a real reason to justify this. Yeah, video games have a break from how fucking depressing reality can be. Better off just charging $50 to $60 to buy the game and call it a day. Oh my God. Where are these people coming from? If they charge $50 to $60, they're just going to have a battle pass that's pay to win instead. Like, it doesn't matter. I guess we all kind of knew it was going to come to this. Yeah. You can purchase chat, communication tokens. Wait, what? You have to pay money to communicate in general chat? Oh, man. Oh, man. This is so nice. Wow. What a good game. That's a bad game? Yeah. And the best way that I can tell you guys, if you want to fight against this, I guess you can say, the only way you can fight against it is if you don't play the game. If you play the game, you are inside of the ecosystem that gives the people that are paying to win a advantage. That's it. That's all you can do. You can just do not play the game. And anything less than that, you are helping the developer when you are playing the game free to play, because you are plankton in an ocean of whales, and they will eat you. Paying for chat cuts down on spam and harassment? Exactly, it does. Of course it does. The game's just seeing how many devs can nickel and dime you before they can become so broke they can't afford to play anymore. Yeah, I'm just telling you guys, like, this is the way it is. Pay to win has destroyed a lot of potential for a lot of games. This is just the norm. So yeah, it's really sad to see it happen. It's just a 10-minute rant. It absolutely is. And it's sad because, like, this kid, like, or guy, I don't know how old he is. He sounds kind of younger. Man. I was there. I really was. And this video came out 12 years ago. Did you also do a big rant about the WoW token? I did. I complained about it every step of the way. Every single step of the way, I complained about it and I got mad about it. And nobody ever cared. That's it. Nobody gave a shit. And people made it to where it was like, okay, they said, oh no, you're just wrong, you're just being a loser, etc. And that's what happened. So yeah, you get what you fucking deserve.